Langhorne Speedway, the world's fastest one-mile dirt track. The one-lap record is held by Don Branson at nearly 114 miles per hour. Freddie Winnet won the first race here back in 1926. 19 cars are on hand to qualify. A.J. Foyt makes a quick tire adjustment. Staying cool today will be tough. Jim McElreath is ready for hot laps. Mario Andretti is a rookie on this tough track. The drivers are going out for the last hot lap session. Jim McElreath is going to take us for a ride in the Frommer Special. This D-shaped oval that looks circular from the air has an oiled dirt surface. By race time, the oil will work into the dirt, allowing the tires to get a good bite. McElreath pulls in behind Foyt, and they both prepare to stand on it for the first dirt race of the 1964 season. The toughest part of the track is just past the grandstands and has earned the nickname Puke Hollow. Jim loses it and spins just before the hollow. Johnny Rutherford is back in Herb Porter's fast Chevy. Johnny loses control coming out of Puke Hollow. JR does a fantastic job and saves it. Bobby Marshman watches as Foyt does a little trimming. Bruce Jacoby brought his portable air conditioner. Roger McCluskey is still out of action with a broken arm. Bobby Unser is also a rookie at this track. It's time to line them up. Dirt veterans Judd Larson and A.J. Foyt promised to give the fans their money's worth. Bobby Marshman nearly won here last year. 20,000 fans and 17 drivers anticipate the start. Rutherford has fast time and Foyt starts alongside. The race is underway, and Foyt takes over the lead from the high groove. A.J. pulls away going down the backstretch. Rutherford is second, with Branson, Larson, Marshman, and Andretti following close behind. A.J. still leads, and it's a replay for the next 10 laps. Foyt flies through turn 1. Mario is doing a great job as a rookie, running 6th. Foyt pulls ahead by a couple of seconds. Rutherford and his Chevy still hang on to second. Branson, Larson, and Marshman follow. A.J. is always smooth. Branson seems to be closing in on Rutherford. It's 100 degrees and the fans know A.J. is feeling the heat. Branson puts a pass on Rutherford. Don is really moving and laps Lloyd Ruby. Johnny gets a little wide in turn 2. Bobby Marshman is still fourth in his Hopkins Special. A.J. laps Unser. Branson still running second, one here in 62. Mario has dropped to 8th. Rutherford has plenty of room as he laps Andretti. Marshman is much stronger physically than he was here a year ago. The race is half over and Foyt has led every lap. Branson is still second behind him. Marshman takes over third and laps Unser. Foyt puts another lap on Andretti. Bruce Jacoby is running 14th. A.J. and the next 3 places remain the same. McElreath laps Unser and is running 5th. Foyt's power steering is gone, and A.J. has to tough this one out. Branson is gaining a little. Rutherford calls it a day on lap 90. Foyt is really manhandling his car through the ruts and holes. Don's trying to catch Foyt. Marshman rides the cushion, still third. Mario can proudly remove his Langhorne rookie stripes after this race. With only 1 lap to go, Foyt's arms feel like they weigh 100 pounds apiece. Branson will have to settle for second. Marshman will collect third place money. A.J. racks up his 4th win on the Killer Mile by a comfortable margin. A.J. pulls into victory circle tired, dirty, and a lot richer. Johnny Rutherford gets a little medical attention from a couple of would-be nurses. Oh, the agony of defeat. The Springfield Mile is the 2nd race on the 1964 Dirt Championship schedule. The race is run during the Illinois State Fair and always draws a great crowd. Roger Ward has the pole and Bobby Marshman sits alongside. Foyt is way back in 16th due to engine problems during qualifications. Marshman jumps out to an early lead. Bobby is first, Larson 2nd, Len Sutton 3rd, Ward 4th, and Parnelli Jones 5th. Marshman is pulling away from second-place Judd Larson. Ward, Sutton, Branson, and Jones follow in that order. Bobby plants his right rear on the cushion and charges. Foyt is running on virgin racetrack, passing two at a time. The track is getting dusty early. Marshman really wants to win. Larson holds off Ward. Foyt is steadily gaining ground. Marshman is already lapping cars as he slides by Arnie Knepper. The battle for second is heating up between Larson and Ward. Foyt is running where no man chooses to follow. Rutherford drops out early. Bobby is all by himself with a lock on first. Rookie Bill Horstmeyer in car number 81 passes Parnelli and looks like an old pro. The track is dusty in the high groove, which is fine if you don't have to follow someone. On lap 24, Horstmeyer catches a rooster tail of dust and goes out of control. Parnelli Jones and Lloyd Ruby barely slip by the wildly cartwheeling racer. Horstmeyer's car is destroyed, and he dies en route to the hospital. The race resumes with Marshman still in the lead. Larson, Ward, and Branson hold on to second, third, and fourth. Ward is through for the day on lap 35. Marshman is losing his right rear tire. Judd is being pressed by Branson. Foyt is up to sixth. Marshman gives up the lead as he pulls in for a quick tire change. Larson is the new leader. Branson runs second. Marshman rejoins the race in sixth place. Foyt has moved up to second. AJ looks fresh and can run fast either high or low. Lloyd Ruby spins on lap 76. Foyt grabs the lead. Ruby is finished. AJ is first, but Marshman is right behind with fresh rubber. Bobby's closing in. Judd is in for a new right rear. Marshman wants this race. Bobby tucks in behind Foyt and waits for the slightest bobble. Branson is out of the hunt in third. Bobby Unser has taken over fourth. It's the 98th lap, and Marshman will have to hustle. Bobby pulls alongside AJ and the duel is on. Foyt holds the advantage. Foyt will win his first Springfield 100. Marshman finishes a disappointing second. AJ came from 16th starting spot to win. Bobby takes time to wave. What a race. The El Centro half mile was rutted and dusty for the 1965 CRA opener. Numerous spins and a couple of flips. Driver safety is still marginal at best. Ray Douglas, racing all out, runs over a stalled car. His Sam Brown harness breaks and Ray becomes another sprint car statistic. Danny Ongaias needs no introduction in the world of drag racing. But today he comes to sprint car racing as an unknown. Danny steps into his first sprint car ride and gets ready for his first qualification run. The crew pushes him to the line. It's time to go for it. Danny takes the green. Danny, you're supposed to turn left at the end of this drag strip. I wonder if he'll ever make it on the ovals. Gary Bettenhausen stands on it. Gary is making his sprint car debut. I wonder if he's chosen the right profession. Bob DeJong won the dash. Bobby Hobel is the top winner at Ascot. Buddy Lee agreed to film the CRA feature for us. Hal Minyard has the pole and takes the lead in the 1965 CRA season finale. Buddy gets in a little hot and cars scatter to miss him. Russ Moyna slams the wall in turn 1. His car explodes. Russ tries to stay calm as he escapes his burning car. Russ dove in the infield mud to cool himself down. His car is a blazing inferno. Graphic evidence of why fuel cells were developed. Hal Minyard continues to lead. Dick Freeze and Bill Wilkerson follow. Buddy Lee is back in the pack. Lee has his hands full with car number 64. Minyard still leads, and Paul Jones is up to second. Bruce Walkup's brakes give out, and he takes a wild ride over the fence. Paul Jones wins the 100-lapper. Minyard takes second and the season championship. USAC starts its 65 season in the Midwest on the high banks of Eldora. Larson and Branson take up where they left off last season as they battle it out in their heat. It's time for the feature. Judd Larson is on the pole with Don Branson beside him as they race into the first turn. Judd leads, Don is second, and Bobby Unser is third. Judd leads every lap to win his second race of the new season. Judd's fans love to see him win. 3 races later, it's back to Eldora. In the semi-mains, Scratch Daniels makes a wild drive from 6th to challenge for the lead. But he's bumped from behind, causing a chain reaction pileup. Sam Sessions takes a nasty spill, landing in turn 3. His Itting Special will need a little work. Judd Larson is once again on the pole for the 30-lap feature. Greg Weld jumps into the lead. Weld continues to lead, but Larson has no intention of finishing second. Judd takes over first and pulls away from the field. Scratch Daniels throws a rooster tail in turn 4. Judd wins his 3rd race of the season. Bobby Unser and Dee Jones set the pace for the second heat. The Winchester high banks are a tremendous challenge to rookie and veteran alike. Unser leads Jones, Larson, Pratt, and Sessions. Larson presses Jones for second. Jones slips and Judd takes over the position. Bob Mathauser is having real problems. More great racing. There's always excitement in turn 1. John Logan slides to a stop. These cars are averaging almost 100 miles per hour. Chuck Engel loses a tire in turn 3 and takes a wild ride. The tire is determined to finish the race. USAC's Russ Clendenin gives a few instructions prior to the 30-lap feature. The field heads toward the starting line. Unser and Jones make up the front row with Larson and Pratt right behind. They're off. Unser leads. Bobby is chased by Larson, Jones, and Pratt. The racing couldn't get much tighter. Larson really wants by. The fans are getting their money's worth today. Judd isn't letting up. It's a long way to the front. Judd is really dogging Bobby. Larson finally gets by in turn 1. Bobby is not going to quietly settle for second. Jones, Pratt, and Carl Williams battle. Williams takes 4th place and nudges Jones. Larson and Unser are still having a private war. Bobby thinks he can get the lead back. Williams is back to 5th, but is making a charge. Pratt slams the fence after taking 3rd. Only a few laps left. Bobby makes a desperate try, but slams the fence in turn 2. Unser has major front-end damage and still has to deal with his mechanic, Don Shepard. Judd is lapping the field. It's the last lap, and Judd makes it win number 4 so far this season. When you're hot, you're hot. We are back on the dirt at the action track. Foyt pushes off. AJ turns in a time of 25.73 seconds. Don Branson tries the same groove. Don's fast time is 25.04. Don Shepard gets his driver ready. Bobby Unser has been impressive this year. Bobby chooses the low groove and times in 5th fastest. Chuck Engel gives meaning to the term action track in turn 3. Engel is okay, but his car needs major repairs. Jerry Reichert has the pole with Scratch Daniels on the outside. Judd climbs aboard in the 2nd row. Rutherford is alongside Unser in the 3rd row. Parnelli lines him up. It's a real skirmish into the first turn. Gary Congdon loses it and takes Red Regal out. The race resumes with Daniels pulling away from Reichert. Rutherford charges on the outside. JR dives into 2nd spot in turn 3. Rutherford is giving Scratch all he can handle for 1st. AJ Foyt is in car number 9 today. Johnny has the lead. Daniels tucks in behind, running 2nd. Larson wants by. Foyt is running alone in 4th. JR still leads. Now Daniels and Larson battle for 2nd. Foyt is stuck in 4th. Daniels likes it up high. Judd's 3rd. AJ is catching Larson. Jerry Reichert has dropped to 5th. Don Branson is off the pace today. Judd takes over 2nd. Scratch's car is running sour. Foyt is after Daniels. It's been an easy race for Rutherford. Judd is planted in 2nd. AJ moves in on Daniels' ailing mount and makes the pass in turn 1. Red Regal spins. JR missed the first 7 races of the season, but still has high hopes for the championship. Larson is way ahead in points. Rutherford wins in the Steve Stapp Chevy. It's the 3rd annual Raceway Century. Johnny Logan is our cameraman in today's semi-main event. Dave Norris grabs the lead. D. Jones is second. Logan is running seventh. Gary Calvert spins in turn 2. Norris and Jones are still first and second, with Bobby Black third. Logan has moved up to sixth. Johnny is having real problems deciding which side to try and pass Bud Randall on. Calvert gives turn 2 one more try. Oh, to heck with it. That tire's no good anyway. D. Jones is the new leader with Sam Sessions second and Logan up to third. Jones wins. Sammy is happy with second. D wishes this was the 100-lapper. Mario will start on the front row. Arnie Knepper qualified third after a slight altercation with the turn 2 wall. Arnie will start from second since pole sitter Don Branson scratched. Greg Weld always tries to look his best. Andretti and Knepper lead the lineup under the watchful eye of Russ Clendenin. 22 cars are prepared for a long, hard race. It looks like a perfect start. Andretti is the early leader with Knepper, McCluskey, Weld, and Duman close behind. Arnie takes over the lead, Mario is second, and Duman third. Roger McCluskey is fourth. A.J. Foyt passes Duman for third. Mario takes the lead once more. Greg Weld has charged up to second. Knepper is having problems. Weld slides into first ahead of Andretti. Foyt never really got in the hunt. Andretti is smoking. Greg has first locked up, McCluskey's third. The crowd watches Weld take the checkered flag. Greg coasts in from his second win of the season. Weld is a definite contender for the '65 Sprint Car title. A tired Carl Williams finished second. Greg earned $7,500 for his long afternoon's work. Mario ended up 12th. Johnny Rutherford has switched rides with A.J. Foyt and is leading his heat at Winchester. Rutherford is closely pursued by Gordon Johncock. J.R. wins his heat. Roger McCluskey, the Unser brothers' Arnie Knepper, always tough. Rutherford and Johncock pace the field. They're off. JR jumps into the lead. The pack stays tightly bunched through the first lap. Johncock, Unser, McCluskey, and Pratt chase JR. Sam Sessions shows us just how close quarters can get at Winchester. Johncock can't get by Rutherford. Bobby Unser is stuck in third place. Gordy tries the inside. It's nose to tail through turn 1. JR pulls away from Johncock. Branson is getting impatient. The battle for position is fierce. Rutherford is setting a sizzling pace. The crowd watches as Johnny wins and sets a new 30-lap track record. Betty Rutherford rewards Johnny's effort with a big kiss. The kids love to talk to John and get his autograph. Bill Marvel interviews the proud winner as Buzz Gregory donates a cold beer. Sorry, son, we're hanging on to this trophy. Oh, well. Chuck Arnold carries our camera today at Allentown. Chuck is followed closely by Andretti. In fact, a little too closely. Chuck is finished, and so is our camera. Nick Fornoro throws the green and scurries back as Greg Well ducks down low and takes the lead. Unser chooses the high groove. Weld still leads. What a great spot to watch from. Larson takes the lead. The battle for fourth is heating up. JR plays bumper tag with Branson. Judd Larson wins. Judd makes it win number 6 for the season. Terre Haute's action track is picture perfect for its second sprint race of the 65 season. Greg Weld is a prime contender for the 65 Sprint Car Championship. He's already won 2 main events and finished strongly in the rest. Carl Williams, driving Steve Stapp's car, is 5th fastest today. The fast heat is underway. Rutherford jumps out in front. JR set a new 1-lap record today and will be tough to catch. Bobby Unser always stands on the gas. Rutherford has won 3 of the last 7 races and is the other top contender for the season title. JR won his heat and gets ready for the 30-lap feature. Johnny will start on the pole. Williams starts alongside. From Carl's camera, we see his tough competition. 18 cars parade to the starting line. Rutherford gets the jump, but Williams threads his way through to take the lead. Williams leads over Rutherford, Branson, McCluskey, and Unser. The order stays the same through the early laps. Mario loses a couple of spots. Williams is pulling away from second-place Rutherford. Weld is running sixth. Bobby is fifth. Now Johnny is catching Carl and is looking for just the right place to pass. From Williams' car, we see just how close Rutherford is. Unser's Chevy is running smoothly. Back in the pack, it's just follow the leader. Carl's left rear is wearing out, and Rutherford senses the kill. The first 5 places have tightened up. JR makes a do-or-die charge past Williams. Williams has his hands full with Branson and McCluskey. Carl's tire starts to shred. No time to rest now. Branson and McCluskey are on Rutherford's tail. Williams falls back to 5th. The lead trio stays the same lap after lap. Carl's tire is gone. Johnny has this one locked up. The same for second and third. Unser trails in 4th. Johnny comes down for the finish. Win number 4 for JR, ahead of Branson and McCluskey. Johnny is mighty happy to be pulling into victory lane again. Another victory smooch. Owner Wally Miskowski is proud of his boy. JR caught a rock in the mouth and gives us a great profile. Mario Andretti takes the lead in the Joe James Pat O'Connor 100 lapper at Salem. Bud Tinglestadt, Rutherford, Branson, and Weld follow. A spin in turn 2. He's through for the day. There must be oil in turn 3 as 5 cars are involved in a grinding crash. Ronnie Duman and Don Branson's cars sustain the most damage. The fence is sure being tested. More action in turn 3. Bob Pratt slides to a stop. Mario suffers a flat tire on lap 98. Bobby Unser took the lead and the win for 3 in a row. Johnny Rutherford has 7 wins under his belt this season, and Don Branson is doing all he can to keep it at that. Eldora's super-fast high banks separate the men from the boys. Branson pulls 10 car lengths ahead of Rutherford. The 1965 points chase is extremely close, and JR would love to get an edge on Greg Weld today. Johnny is driving a smart race, holding down second. Bobby Unser and Greg Weld battle through turn 3. Bobby slides out to the fence and bangs off Weld. Unser saves it and maintains his 6th position. Branson has increased his lead over Rutherford. USAC newcomer Larry Dixon makes a strong showing in 5th. Branson wins his 2nd feature of the season. Rutherford finishes 2nd and picks up a few points on Weld with only 2 races left in the season. Branson pulls into victory circle, tired and happy. Johnny Rutherford went on to win the 1965 USAC Sprint Championship by only 2.5 points over Greg Weld. JR has every right to be proud. The 1-mile dirt track at Sacramento has been challenged by the best since 1949. Jimmy Bryan, Roger Ward, and A.J. Foyt are all 3-time winners here. Arnie Knepper will drive the Constant Hot Special today. When these 2 Unser brothers get together, excitement is sure to follow. Roger McCluskey is back in top shape this year. Bob Harkey has had a good season. Don Branson and Mario like the dirt miles. George Snyder will be in Aggie's car. A.J. would like to make this race win number 4 at Sacramento. Al Unser picks out his own groove during qualifications and manhandles his way to 15th fast time. Johnny Rutherford is the greatest show on dirt each time he runs the miles. A.J. pulls the Sheraton Thompson Special out to qualify. Foyt is a great qualifier and has won the pole 10 times this season. This time, A.J. can only manage 9th fast. Don Branson has fast time today. Branson and Andretti pace the 1965 Golden State 100. "18 cars come out of turn 4 looking for Shim Malone's green flag. Andretti powers into the lead. Branson, Larson, and Snyder are close behind. It's a high-speed chase down the back stretch. Afternoon shadows make tricky going through turn 4. Andretti is still in command. Branson is gaining on Mario. Andretti can feel the pressure, but maintains his smooth line. Don powers off the second turn and steals the lead. Mario will learn a thing or two following the old pro. Judd Larson is running a steady third. George Snyder holds down 4th. Larry Dixon has Foyt nipping at his heels. Branson puts a little daylight between himself and Mario. Larson is still fourth, but now he has the charging Foyt to contend with. Johnny Rutherford has his hands full with an ill-handling race car. The leaders run higher each lap. The track is holding up very well, and dust is minimal today. AJ decides it's time to pass Judd. Judd thinks AJ can wait. AJ stubbornly presses for the pass. Foyt gets by on the inside. Bobby Unser is running fifth. Rutherford is off on another excursion while trying to hold on to sixth. Bud Tingelstad is 12th. Arnie Knepper and Al Unser almost tangle. Tingelstad loses it in turn 4. Branson still leads. Bud is through for the day. The green flag flies for the restart. Branson leads Andretti, Foyt, Larson, and Snyder. Harkey causes a little excitement as he slides up into Foyt. Snyder does a little wood chopping in turn 2. The dust is starting to kick up a little more, and following the leader becomes a lot tougher. The turn 1 fence seems to have some secret attraction for Rutherford's car. John sure makes dirt track racing exciting. Jim McElreath charges hard into the turn. Maybe a little too hard. On the restart after McElreath's spin, Mario puts a great move on Branson. Branson bobbles coming out of turn 2, and Mario stretches his advantage. Andretti leads Branson through turn 1. Sessions is a lap down. Foyt's in third. Don wants his lead back and dives inside Mario. Judd makes a quick pit stop. The order remains the same. Mario is still trying to hold off Branson. Foyt is playing catch-up in third. Bobby is running fourth. It's heating up. Branson sneaks by. AJ is by himself in third. What a duel for first. Carl Williams gets a little too close to Al Unser and spins in turn 3. Branson has some daylight now. Dick Atkins loses it. Foyt has caught Andretti and makes a bid to pass. AJ gets him on the inside. Bobby Unser is steady in fourth. Rutherford is still struggling with his stubborn race car. Finally, Branson sees the checkered flag and wins his first Golden State 100. Foyt was second. Andretti finished third and clinched the 1965 National Championship in his rookie year. Be sure to watch for Sprint Car Classics Volume 4, featuring more outstanding sprint car action filmed from coast to coast. We promise to bring you more exciting thrills and spills from your favorite sprint car tracks with bonus champ dirt car action from the miles.